Hello everyone, and I welcome all of you to Online Study for You, a complete placement solution. This is Pratik Srivastava here, founder of Online Study for You. And friends, Capgemini in many college today conducted communication round, and many of the students have already shared the experience, and also few of them have said, which I have noted down here. So I'm going to explain each and every round. Okay, so it is very important for you to understand that which all section options will be there, where you have to speak, how much time you will be getting. So each and every detail you will be getting in this video. Friends, we really put lot of effort calling someone, asking the details, and I would like to thanks Siksha and Rishabh for providing the details what I'm going to share with you. There might be little here and there, but lot of questions also will be covered as part of this video. So immediately please do like the video, and we are also going to provide videos for your technical part preparation. Okay, cool. So few things which we already know. So registration was started on 26th of August, which detail I had provided, and English assessment is in between 9th to 20th of September. So 9th September, today in few of the colleges the communication round has happened, and physical assessment seems like all your technical assessment and all will be happening physically. This is also physical assessment only in college it happened. Okay, so Capgemini will provide you analyst role 4.25, 5.5 analyst star, and senior analyst 7.5 LPA. Communication round, so this is how this flow will go. So we have communication round, technical assessment, coding assessment, gamified round, and interview round. Coding assessment will be there for analyst star and senior analyst. Okay, now so I need some blank page so that I can explain you. Okay, so let's take this one. Okay, so there are two students who has shared their experience. So let us try to understand one by one. So friends, first of all, it happened in college. What happened in college? So the communication round happened in college, right? Okay, so the communication round happened in college for this student. Now total 60 minutes, 1 hour of the time is there, and 28 questions it seems were asked. Okay, now okay, so total 6 sections: section A, section B, section C, section D, section E, and section F, right? So total 6 sections are there. Okay, now so only your section D is speaking comprehension. Here you have to speak. So speaking comprehension. Okay, so this is where you have to speak. Okay, and how many questions? So there will be 2 questions. I will also tell you what all questions were there. One by one we will see. In all other sections, either you have to see your section 1 is let me see. Okay, so your section 1 is MCQs. 4 options are there. Okay, 4 options will be there where you have to tick one option. Okay, your section B is reading comprehension, and again, so here MCQs. Okay, 4 options will be given. And then section C, so 8 question, so this is also again MCQ. Okay, and then section D is speaking comprehension, and section E, so you have to write email, okay, in 60 words, and another one is 120 words. Two email will be there. Okay, so anyway we'll discuss one by one. And section F is grammar section. Again this is MCQ. So most of the sections are MCQ sections. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 MCQ. One is speaking and one is here you are going to write this. Okay, now so I will tell you the questions also, what all questions were asked. Now So I will go step by step, section by section. Okay, so section A, right? Okay, so section A, it is kind of self authority. Okay, now what is there in this? So here basically you have to like there was a question. So suppose your team, your manager, okay, your manager or team lead is asking to change the timetable, asking to change timetable, like you are going from 9 to 6, now it should be 12 to 9, something like that. Then what will be your response? Okay, now so if suppose now you are getting tea in a paper cup, okay, now to reduce the budget, what they are doing is they are giving you in steel glasses. Okay, so the one glasses will be utilized multiple times. So now if it is budget friendly, and if they want to cut down the budget, okay, then something like that, there were 4 options where there you had to select. Okay, and if there is a 6 to 9 hour of meeting talk, okay, you are invited, so 6 to 9 hour of meeting talk, then what will be your response? So if they are asking you to come, then what will be your response? Yes, like this, yes, I can come. No, I cannot come for 6 to 9 hours. I can come only for 3 to 4 hours. So like this, options are there. So like this, there were total 6 questions in section A according to the candidate. Okay, so friends, that is, even I felt what I felt is different colleges, there was small variation in the number of questions, or I mean somewhere 4 questions, somewhere 6 questions, so there was a different variation in numbers, but overall the the questions and the type of questions were same. Okay, now so this was your section 1. So basically it is based on MCQs, and whatever, how many questions is there, there will be 4 options, one will be correct, so that is, I mean, one will be more likely, so that is what you have to select it. Okay, now let's go see, after we will be done with this, I will also take you through all those things, right? See, here you see, you are the, here also the question has been given, so I will take you through that. Okay, fine. Now section B. So section B was reading comprehension. Okay, so section B was reading comprehension. So here, so there was a definitely paragraph was given. Okay, and based on that paragraph, it seems there were 8 questions. Okay, and the topic was how quantum theory, okay, so the topic was something like the quantum theory is better than okay, is better than classical computer, something like that, or better than classical computer, like this bitwise, right, bitwise operator and all those things. And here, no, here there was no 8 question, here 4 questions were there, sorry, so here 4 questions were there, 6, 4, 10 and 8, 18 and 20 and 20, okay, so something like that. Okay, here 4 questions were there. Quantum theory is better than classical computer. Friends, nobody will go and remember the number of questions, things like that. Okay, so this section B was reading comprehension, so 4 questions were there, and this was the basically this paragraph, right, was based on quantum theory is better than classical computer, and out of this, from here the questions were there and you had to answer, correct? Okay, now section C. So section C, if you will see section C, right? Okay, so there was a audio clip there was a audio clip, and this audio clip was for 1 minute 44 seconds. Okay, see, you can hear this audio clip as many times you want, and the overall timing was 60 minutes. There was no sectional timing except that speaking comprehension. So in speaking comprehension, for the question number 1 and question number 2, the time was around 90 seconds, 1 hour 30 seconds. Okay, so in section C there was a audio clip, and this was, you can see, basically business round. So you can say business round. So this was business round. Okay, here the question was something. So a company has a business, it is already growing, okay, and performing better than, and performing better than competitor, and performing better than competitor, right? Okay, fine. So there was something like this question, and we have to basically give ideas, right, to give ideas so that the company perform better. So the company still perform better. So the company perform more better. So the company perform more better, right? So the company perform more better, correct? Okay, so here it seems there was 8 questions. Not sure about the questions very much. Even the candidate said the same thing. So see, the idea you have to get is, okay, so there will be a audio clip will be there, and you have to hear. You can hear as many times as you want. After that, questions will be there. You have to keep that in mind, and then you have to solve it. Okay, number of questions. If any student thinks that, no sir, this is the correct number of questions, please let it know. See, I'm not telling I'm always correct. We are always right. The input we take from you, and why we are doing this video, so that the other who is going to write the exam, so they will be take the help from here. Then section D. Section D, we had speaking comprehension. So this was the only section, okay, where, so this was the only section, comprehension, okay, where you have to speak. So the topic was, okay, so you went to college. Time given was 135 minutes. Okay, there were 2 questions. Both the questions I will write. So you went to a college. Okay, you went to a college. Introduced. Okay, college. You met your classmate. You met your classmate. Okay, now you have to introduce yourself. You have to introduce yourself. You have to introduce yourself. Okay, and then you have to tell your short-term goal, long-term goal, okay, to your classmate. So basically giving introduction within 1.5 minutes. Second question was, you have to go to a meeting. So you have to go to a meeting, okay, and you also need to send an email with attachment. Send an email with attachment, but you forgot to send attachment. Now how will you manage? But you forgot to send attachment. How will you manage? Attachment. Now how will you manage? Okay, so you have to speak on this for 1.5 minutes. Okay, friends, see, things like this we have already discussed in the past. And one more thing, friends, I wanted to tell you. So this Capgemini crash course we have launched, and we are going to put communication on video 1 today and one tomorrow based on what we have received, okay, and with solutions. So this is definitely going to help you, this Capgemini crash course, even technical MCQs, coding, game-based aptitude. So all those things will be useful. See, actually one course, right? And if you clear the exam, your tension gets over here. If you do not clear, you will be getting more and more pressure, okay? And sometimes you realize later that, okay, if you would have got this course, it would have become useful. But again, then you don't realize it when the time is there, correct? Okay. Next is section E. Section E is email writing. Then section E. So this is email writing. Email writing, okay, fine. Now here if you'll see, so because of rain, okay, so because of rain, okay, annual feast is postponed, okay. And being a club head, so being a club head, you have to write an email to all the people who are going to attend the event, attend the feast. So you have to send a mail to the all who are going to attend the feast, right? So, and you have to send the email in 60 words. In 60 words. So that was one question. Now question number 2. So in a office, okay, so in a office, people working together, in a office, people working together, okay, and see, there are few people from Bihar, few people from UP, few people from Karnataka. Now, so employee want to sit with their regional colleague, okay. So being a office leader, okay, how you will send a mail, okay, to the employee that, okay, if you find regional people, I mean from your place, if you find any employee, you can sit with them, okay. So this was your section E. I think this was in 120 words, okay. So you just need to practice before you go for the exam, okay. And then you had section F. So section F was grammar question. So few questions I will tell you, like I have to go to market, okay. So here instead of go to, what else we can put? Suitable sentence. So 4 options are there. What can we put it here, okay. So like this, there were 10 questions were there. Grammar questions were not that easy. Actually, student felt the grammar questions were little tricky, little tough. So verbal ability plays a very important role here, okay. Now, so let's see. So other student reserve who sent this Instagram message. Sir, first of all, there was no sectional timer, which we discussed. So 60 minutes for total, only for speaking comprehension, okay. You have around 1.5 minutes to 1.5 minute time for 2 questions, except for a spoken communication simulation. In that simulation round, we were shown the time to think and time to speak, and then we have to click to reveal the question, and after it gets revealed, the countdown for thinking starts. So its first question that was asked to me was, introduce yourself. It must contains your name, current degree and college and your favorite subject. And second question was, share a progress update with your faculty mentor. You are currently on track. Include what is complete versus in progress, your plan for the next 2 steps with date, 1 short, ask for checkpoint for your for your mentor. So basically, friends, one question was given to you, okay, that introduce yourself with it must contain your name, current degree and college, okay, and your favorite subject. So there'll be some time will be given to you to think, and then around 1 minute, 1.5 minutes to speak, okay. So that's what for speaking simulation. Then he's telling, sir, in business communication writing, 2 questions are, one is you are cultural secretary, the annual fest has been moved from next Saturday to the following weekend due to rain forecast. Write an email to all club member, include clear notice of the date, change the new date and any time, updating a brief apology for the inconvenience, encouragement to stay involved, word limit 40 to 60 words. So this is what email writing I was telling you, section E. So the first one was section D and this is section E. And second was, you are the facilities lead, mediating an office sitting plan. Some team wants to sit by reason language for operational ease, others want mixed sitting to boost cross-functional collaboration. Write an email to leadership proposing a fair plan, include neutral summary of both preferences and their rationale, your balanced approach, zones, rotation, hot desk, criteria for seat allocation and exceptions timelines. And change management, step request for feedback and approval, word limit 120 to 180. So here 40 to 60 and there it was 120 to 180. In grammar and sentence, so this is section F, right? Okay. So in grammar and sentence correction section, we have to opt for best option and the options are very close. Same for situational awareness section, we will give 4 to 5 options, and in scenario as questions we have to choose which is the best suitable to answer. That is section A. In workplace reading comprehension, the questions were not direct, like we have to understand it carefully and then answer. The questions were like, what do you understand from passage 2, what do you understand from the comprehension, and the options were also confusing, but 2 of them at least we can eliminate before going for the final answer. This is nothing but reading comprehension means workplace reading comprehension, okay. And then you had in listening comprehension, the only good part is we can play the voice, that is section C, okay. So this is listening comprehension. The only good part is we can play the voice as many times as we can, but the options were very confusing, okay. So overall it was not very easy, but anyway we have broken down this, and also these questions will be also available as part of the descriptions, so please go through it. Thank you, take care and all the very best.